Hello there, fifth graders, and welcome to your next math lesson. Please take out your math notebook, open to the next available page, and write the title of today's lesson at the top of that page. The title of today's lesson is Divide Whole Numbers by Unit Fractions. Okay, so today we're learning how to divide whole numbers by fractions and their unit fractions, but the fact that they're unit fractions doesn't actually change anything. We would divide whole numbers by any fraction the same way that I'm going to show you how to divide whole numbers by unit fractions today. So when you're dividing whole numbers by fractions, follow these steps. The first step is give the whole number a denominator of 1. Give the whole number a denominator of 1. Now, this doesn't change the value of the whole number. It just puts it in a fraction form. Step 2 is reverse the operation. Reverse the operation. Now, what's the reverse operation from division? It's multiplication. So we change the division problem into a multiplication problem. Step 3 is flip the second fraction. Okay, and then step 4, multiply normally. And step 5, as always, the last step, anytime you're dealing with fractions, is simplify. Okay? Give the whole number a denominator of 1, reverse the operation, go from division to multiplication, flip the second fraction. That means you make the denominator the numerator and the numerator the denominator. Multiply normally straight across, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator, and then simplify. That's it. Let's look at a few examples. Let's say we have 4 divided by 1/3. So this is a whole number 4 divided by the unit fraction 1/3. And all the fractions in today's lesson will be unit fractions, which means they'll have 1 as a denominator. But the way that we are going through these steps in today's lesson, it's the exact same. You would multiply by any fraction the same way that you'll multiply by unit fractions in today's lesson. So even though all the examples will be with unit fractions, you could apply this to to dividing a whole number by any fraction. It wouldn't matter what the numerator was, okay? So step 1 is give the whole number a denominator of 1. So instead of keeping it as 4, we write it as 4/1. And 4/1 means the same thing as 4. When a fraction has a denominator of 1, it's just another way of writing the whole number, whatever the numerator is. Like 4/1, it just equals 4. 2/1 equals 2. 3/1 equals 2. So this doesn't change the value of 4. It just puts it in fraction form. Okay, step 2 is reverse the operation. So this says division. We change it to multiplication. Okay, wait, but won't that change the answer? It would if we didn't also do step 3, which is flip the second fraction. So we change 1/3, we flip it, so now it's 3/1. And so since we're multiplying 4 by 3/1, it'll equal the same thing as if we divided 4 by 1/3. Since you flipped the second fraction, it makes up for the fact that you flipped the operation. Step 4 is multiply normally. That means we multiply the numerator times the numerator. 4 times 3 is 12. And we multiply the denominator times the denominator. 1 times 1 is 1. And step 5 is simplify. That means we take 12/1, and simplifying it means we write it as a whole number instead of a fraction. So if we were going to simplify this is an improper fraction. we would do it by dividing the denominator into the numerator, and 1 would fit into 12 times. So 12 over 1 just simplifies to 12, and that's the answer. And all of your answers today will be whole numbers. Your answers actually won't be fractions. Okay, let's do another example. Let's say we have 3 divided by 1/5. Okay, step 1, give the whole number a denominator of 1. So we change 3 into 3 over 1. Get rid of this guy. Step 2, reverse the operation. We change it from division to multiplication. Did I say step 3? That's step 2. Reverse the operation, change it from division to multiplication. Step 3 is flip the second fraction. We change it from 1/5 to 5 over 1. Then we multiply normally. 3 times 5 is 15. 1 times 1 is 1. Step 5 is simplify. 15 over 1 simplifies to 15. And that's the final answer. So give the whole number a denominator of 1, reverse the operation, flip the second fraction, multiply normally, then simplify. Let's do another example. You can't see the steps anymore, but hopefully you wrote them down on your own paper. Okay, let's see. Let's do 6 divided by 1/4. Step 1 is give the whole number 6 a denominator of 1. So we rewrite 6 as 6 over 1. And remember, that doesn't change the value. It just puts it in fraction form. Step 2 is reverse the operation from division to multiplication. Step 3 is flip the second fraction. So we rewrite 1/4 as 4 over 1. Step 4, multiply normally. 6 times 4 is 24. 1 times 1 is 1. Step 5 is simplify. 24 over 1 simplifies to 24. Okay, I'm going to turn this paper over and do some more examples with you. Let's do 5 divided by 1/4. Okay, step 1, give the whole number a denominator of 1. Step 2, reverse the operation. So we go from division to multiplication. Step 3, flip the second fraction. We change it from 1/4 to 4 over 1. Step 4, multiply normally. Numerator times numerator, 5 times 4 is 20. Denominator times denominator, 1 times 1 is 1. Step 5, simplify. 20 over 1 simplifies to 20. Do you feel ready to try a couple by yourself? Why don't you do 2 divided by 1/2 and do 3 divided by 1/6. Go ahead and try those independently, and then click, once you've completely solved them, click on the video attached under this one to see if you did them correctly, okay? And I will see you there.